In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to name molecules with the amide functional group. An amide has a carbon double bonded to an oxygen, and that's called a carbonyl carbon. And then that carbonyl carbon also has a single bond to an alkyl group and a single bond to a nitrogen atom. When the nitrogen of the amide is bonded to two hydrogens, that's a primary amide. When it's bonded to an alkyl group and a hydrogen, that's a secondary amide. And when it's bonded to two alkyl groups, it's a tertiary amide. To name an acyclic amide or diamide, here are the steps that you're going to follow. You're going to, of course, name the parent structure, so the longest carbon chain, including the carbonyl carbon, that C double bond O carbon. Then you're going to add the ending amide or diamide, depending on if you have one or two, and you'll drop the E from the parent structure name if you're just adding amide. Then you'll find and you'll name any substituents on the main parent structure, as well as any substituents on the amide nitrogen atom. Remember, those get the locant N. And then you'll put all of those substituents in alphabetical order. And then you'll add locants. So the carbonyl carbons, again, in this case, just like in the examples we saw before, they terminate the chain. So they're always going to end up being one or one and whatever the other end of the chain is. And so we're allowed to omit them in this case, but they still determine the numbering of anything else that's on the molecule. So let's do this example below. How many carbons does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like I picked 6 for all my examples. So it's a hexane. And then we'll drop the E and add the ending amide. So hexan amide. Of course, that carbonyl carbon is locant number 1, but we don't have to include it in our final name. It's okay to just call it hexanamide. If you have more than 2 amide functional groups or the amide functional group is bonded to a ring, we're not going to count the carbonyl carbon in the parent structure and we'll use a different ending. So very similar process to what you saw before. Here the ending is carboxamide. So on this cyclohexane ring, we'll just name it cyclohexane and then add the ending carboxamide, because of course this carbonyl carbon is not counted in the parent structure, and that ending is the way that we communicate that. If the amide group is not the principal functional group in the molecule, so there's something more important there, like a carboxylic acid in this case, then we will name it using a prefix, and the prefix in this case for the amide is carbamoyl. I hope I am saying that right. So this group is now named as a carbamoyl substituent. So 4-carbamoyl cyclohexane carboxylic acid. A little bit of practice with amide functional groups before we move on. Here's a secondary amide that we're going to name. It's connected to the carbonyl carbon as well as another alkyl group, so that makes it secondary. So we will name the parent chain, which is the part that includes the carbonyl carbon. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. It looks like we have a methyl substituent on that main parent structure chain. We also have a cyclopentyl substituent on the nitrogen, so I'll write those out. Cyclopentyl, because it's a cyclopentane, but it's a substituent, so cyclopentyl, and then methyl. All right, now let's put in our numbering. Remember, the carbonyl carbon is always going to get 1. And that makes the methyl on position 2. So we have a 2-methyl and then an N-cyclopentyl substituent because it's on the nitrogen. So we will arrange those in alphabetical order. So C comes before M. So we've got N-cyclopentyl 2-methyl. Oh, we forgot to name our parent chain. I counted the carbons, but then didn't name it. So 4 carbons is butane. We drop the E and add amide, butanamide. So we'll just add that after our list of substituents. N-cyclopentyl 2-methyl-butanamide. And we don't have to put the 1 between butan and amide because it is understood that it terminates the chain. All right, here we have a cyclic parent structure. So 5 carbons, but there is a double bond. So that is a cyclopentene parent. Cyclopentene is our parent. The carbonyl carbon is outside of that cyclic parent, so we're going to put that other ending on cyclopentene carboxamide. Now we are going to number our ring, starting with 1 for where our amide functional group is. That means that the double bond starts on 2. So this would be cyclopent 2 ene 1 carboxamide.